This is Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Brought to you by Leading Lights, LLC. Hello, welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Again, I'm Cecil Kenney.
And I'm Raphael Babchuck, and we are back. We are back.
We are back. It's been a minute since we've had an episode. Most of the episodes so far have been like pre-recorded, and we've just been posting them periodically. But the Revs off season is somehow is like 2 months from ending. Less than 2 months, yeah, less than 2 months from ending. And we hadn't put out a footnotes in a while. I personally have been writing a few articles under the footnotes tag. If you've been paying attention to that, appreciate you. If you haven't, go check that out on our Medium. But we'll talk about that later. But we want to treat this as a what's gone on, everything you need to know about what's happened so far in the Revolution off season, and kind of just promote the start of the season. That is closer than you think. So
Yep.
we'll just treat it as a footnotes kickoff episode. From this point forward, most of our stuff related to roster moves and that type of thing, unless it's huge, it's gonna be through footnotes. So yeah, we'll just kind of get right to it. We're gonna start from about 4 matches before the offseason when Caleb Porter, former New England Revolution head coach, got fired. It was a weird fire. It was a weird sacking. Um,
Yeah, I thought he would wait till the end of the season if we did it at that moment, but I guess maybe wanted to test out our interim head coach, Paulo Herrera, who was the head coach for the last 4 games of the season, and we'll talk about him later on as well. But him being sacked, obviously, it was a good sight to see because he didn't have the best of tenures. Let's just say that.
yeah, he didn't have the greatest time as New England Revolution manager. Um, he wasn't good, and we'll just kind of leave it at that. We won't go too deep on much of this stuff. It's been covered in depth by many sources, but we just kind of want to do a timeline episode. So Caleb Porter gets fired. It was after a draw, and it was an improper sacking. It was like 12:01 p.m.
Yeah,
when he actually like the
I think it was like
announcement came out.
Saturday.
No,
No,
it was,
Tuesday or something.
it was a Monday.
Monday, because you texted me and we had that hour-long episode.
We had an hour-long episode with Cameron Benefit and Jake Cantonese, Cantonese. I
That was a
sound
great
that.
episode. Check that out if you want
I
more in
always,
depth. If you still did not know that Caleb Porter was fired,
how can you be, okay, okay,
maybe you get some Revs fans who
okay.
don't know.
I always sound out Jake's name, Ket and Essay. But yeah, Jake, love you. I got featured in this article for derailing the podcast. Go Eagles. Um, but yeah, kind of going back, he did not have a good time as Revolution manager.
Not at
And we
all.
bring Pablo Murray, who was his right hand man for many years with Portland, with um, Columbus. We brought him up. He became
Two
the
MLS Cup winner, Pablo
two-time
Murray.
MLS winner, Caleb Porter, and Palmera, I think. But yeah,
Yeah,
we made him interim head coach. He didn't have the greatest time. He wasn't bad, but we did see the introduction of Dor Terjman, which was a great thing to see. He was phenomenal in those 2 games. We are praying that we got that the same thing that happened to Luca Langoni doesn't happen to Dor Terjman. If you didn't already know, Luca Langoni, he joined late in the season, and he had flashes, and then he just didn't do anything this season. Dor Terjman came in late, showed very good promise.
I think he showed better than
He
Langoni.
definitely did show better. But yeah,
No,
we're really hoping that it doesn't happen again. But yeah, season ends. Pablo doesn't do too well, and in that time, we were already kind of talking about who's going to be the next head coach. And Jim Curtin was the first guy we contacted for Tom Bogart. We talked to him for a bit, and he unfortunately had to pull out of the race. Um, yeah,
due
Raph,
to family matters.
when
So,
you it was family matters. Really hope he's okay. Raph, what were your thoughts? Like, did you want him as head coach? And then what was?
but I think it was either him or I want to say Brad Bird. So he was. They were definitely up. Did I mess up on the name?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you said.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can't. I don't know what Bob Bradley.
I said, oh, wait, hold on. We're stopping at some point anyway. Give me a second.
Take a timeout. I wanna. We are back from our timeout. He meant Bob Bradley. We
Yeah,
apologize. Um,
it's
yeah,
late, I guess, even though it's only 7 p.m.
it's only
Uh,
7 p.m., but it's been a long day.
it's my
Um,
sleep schedule is not that good.
yeah, keep it going. Either way, um, yeah. Continue. You were saying how you wanted either Jim Curtin or Bob Bradley.
Yeah, so I thought it was either him or Bob Bradley. I like Bob Bradley. I know Cameron, who's going to be joining us a lot more during the season. He also wanted him. He was one of his options, but I thought Jim Curtin was a great option, and I think he was the one that a bunch of Revs fans wanted. But unfortunately, we could not get him for understandable reasons. But I mean, maybe I don't want to say disappointment because as we've looked into our new head coach, that we do have, which we're gonna talk about in a second. I do feel better. So at that time, maybe disappointment, but now I don't feel that.
I was never the biggest on Jim Curtin. He was, I felt his tactics were a little bit outdated for a modern MLS. Um, and I was big on Sandro Schwartz, the Red Bull coach that got fired. He made the playoffs a lot, and I wanted him to be the Revs manager. Um, I don't know where he is now. We'll figure that out in a second. But yeah, we also interviewed Josh Wolf after Jim Curtin bowed out of the race.
Yes.
Josh Wolf, former Austin FC manager, he was and might still be an assistant at Houston Dynamo. Um, yeah, I was not too keen on that. He didn't seem like a great manager. He wasn't amazing at Austin. He wasn't bad. Um, but yeah, interviewed him. Wasn't amazing. Um, guess because a little bit later we hire, I believe that's next. Yeah, we hire Marko Mitrovic as Revolution head coach. Didn't really hear much of this leading up to when it was actually announced by Tom Bogart and like all the high up MLS sources. I saw it first from Tom Bogart. I know Caleb Pongratz and Seth Mackenber all jumped on it fairly quickly after that. Um, or maybe they were first. I don't know. All I know is that I saw Tom Bogart first, and then I went into a frenzy because I thought that was an incredible hire, and I still think it is an incredible hire. Raph, your thoughts on Marko Mitrovic?
Well, as I said, we had a couple episodes on these, a couple that will be released, of full interviews of former players that he had as when he was an assistant coach. But I'm ecstatic when at first there was I mean I didn't know too much about him, but as we look more into him, he fit our play style. He liked the youth players. He did well with the players. So I mean everything, and even the players when he spoke to them, there was nothing bad at all. So when you really think about a manager like that, I think he fit great with this Revs team. That's a young team that wants to succeed. It's a bunch of new faces, which didn't work well under Caleb Porter when he signed like a bunch of players and sold a bunch of players. So I think it's the right fit for sure. And great hiring, but only time will tell. But as of right now, I like this hiring.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this hire. Marko Mitrovic, he was, if you didn't already know, he was at Chicago Fire as an assistant. He was at Reading as an assistant in England. And he's just kind of bounced around. He was in the U.S. Youth national team setup for a while as a coach. He was most notably the U.S. U20 head coach when they were in the World Cup, and they had a fairly good time there. Um, yeah, he's the Serbian manager. He's a younger head coach. And I think this is a great hire. I didn't think he was in the kind of scope we were looking at as a manager, but now that I'm kind of like thinking more about it, I think it's a fairly good spot
Yep.
to be looking for a head coach. I know the U.S. is, I believe, hiring Rob Valentino, former Atlanta manager. He was also a former Rev. He was rumored, I believe he was once like uh, on some lists for possible Revs head coach, along with Vanni Sartini, the former Vancouver Whitecaps manager. Um, they were all like in the like, hey, he could be the Revs head coach. Um, James Downing had said Brendan Rodgers, and I really like that one. That would have been cool.
Brendan Rodgers is that's a great one.
Um,
He did manage that big teams though, just like Liverpool, Leicester City, stuff like
yep.
that. So,
He's a big time manager. I think he's in the Saudi league now. But yeah,
but he's no
Marco
Marco
Mitrovic though.
Mitrovic.
Continue on about Marco though. We spoke, us, Raphael, myself, and Cameron Benefit, who is, if you didn't already see our announcement, he joined the Foxborough Fortress team officially this offseason. Welcome, Cameron. If I didn't already say it on video, um, he can't be with us tonight, but he'll be with us very shortly. Um, we got to interview Marco, a bunch of Marco's former players. Uh, if you haven't already checked out our article on that over on Medium, it's pinned. So right when you check out Fox's Footnotes in our bio, you click on it. It's pinned. Just click on it, read it. It's a great piece. I wrote it. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a great article,
Yeah,
honestly. Everybody should read that article.
got to talk to
Non-Revs fans, non-soccer fans, great article. All the information you need.
yeah, got to talk to some great guys who played in a marker. A lot of them when they were with they were with
Yeah,
The Chicago Fire. Um,
as when he was an assistant, and but it was only real positive things.
yeah, it was really really positive about Marco. We heard very little bad, and
Yeah, if any at all. But
yeah,
I have to say, in terms of the off season, this is probably our biggest move so far.
this has to be our biggest move so far. It's incredible. We got our new head coach, and I like with what we heard about Caleb Porter. I've said this a few times now. With what we heard about Caleb Porter after he was fired, the Caleb Pongratz article, I will continue to promote that. I wasn't part of that at all, but Caleb Pongratz wrote an incredible article, and he continues to write incredible articles. Go check out Caleb Pongratz. That article blew me away with just how Caleb Porter treated players and just everything about that. Um, so if you haven't already checked that article out on the Prost International, um, Caleb Pongratz, yeah, incredible, really. It was just astonishing to see how he treated players, and
Stuff I didn't expect at all from him.
no, didn't expect
I
it from a head coach who had won two MLS Cups.
I definitely told this to you, but I don't know if I said this on the podcast. But I said he doesn't seem like the guy to yell at the team at halftime. And I said that like he doesn't seem like that kind of a guy. Maybe more of a quiet coach is what I thought,
I
and that's
think
why I interpreted it very wrong.
just before that article came out, I'd posted, "Thank you, Caleb Porter, for your time. Sure, you're a great person, but your time with the Revs was just terrible." And then the article came out, and I retracted that very fast because that does not mean he's a nice person. So go check that article out. Um, but yeah, Marko Mitrovic, what we heard about him, only good things. And we would even ask them like, "Hey, is there anything bad you would have to say about Marco?"
Yeah.
And they had nothing to say. So obviously, it
And
was
even if there was like a small thing, it turned into a positive.
yeah, it was
As
still
him because he's going to be this head coach of New England Revolution. So
like like I think one thing I don't know who it was, but I know someone had said something along the lines of like, I feel like he wasn't always that much. He didn't really like he wasn't the biggest guy in the locker room. Like we're talking like he wouldn't stand up, but he was also fairly new to management at this time.
yeah, and an
So
assistant coach. So now
and
that he's
good.
not only coached other teams as that time. Now he's going to be the head coach, and he coached the U.S. men's youth national team, so he's better with the young players. So I think all the positives are now. I mean, all the negatives. It was like what was it, one, maybe two, are
Yeah,
positives
at
now.
most.
So
And we talked to I think 10 guys.
yeah,
Um, and it was just incredible to see what we heard about Marco. So with that being said, hiring him as the manager, I don't think I've said this, but I wish we could go back in time and interview some of Caleb Porter's former players to see what they have to say about him because I feel like if we were kind of more active then, I know this was before Fox was Fortis even started, but if we had
yeah,
like started it and done stuff like that, I think that the with how the it's if what he did to the Revs players and like how poorly he treated them, if we if that was true before he was with the Revs and we managed to get obtain some of that information and just kind of get that out to the public, the fans would be less likely to kind of like they'd be more hesitant to like him. And then I feel like the fans would, if we continue to have poor results, like we turn on him faster, and then
Yeah,
feel like we might have sped this process up by a year. We might fire him after that first season because we know, hey, he might not be treating the players well, and we're having poor results, and so the fans would have a much shorter leash.
which I
That's
feel like we should know as a club.
we really should. Um, and so I wish I had done that. I wasn't obviously covering the Revs at that time, but hey, we tried to avoid it this time. Hopefully, Marco works out. We're really cheering for Marco because he seems like a great guy. A lot of great people um, are saying great things about him. So yeah, and then even like the Blazing Musket, they had a great piece. Dejan Joveljic was in that article. They got to speak with him. He was coached by Marco, um, and great, just like top person ever met. It's it's great to hear what they're saying about Marco. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and then we'll kind of shift gears now. We've talked about Marco for a while. If you haven't already checked out, check our article out. Check that Caleb Pongratz article out, and also check out our mashup of the three podcast interviews we did, and also check out our Kali Siam episode. We have more coming out soon. We just have to get to the season. So,
yeah,
just kind of spacing those out. So, shifting gears to Thomas Chunkalai, his wife, he DP forward for the New England Revolution, the Argentine who joined from Racing Club and UAE Pro League side Al Wassel, um, while he was on loan there. His wife made a post on Instagram that said, we want to thank the U.S., blah, 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 blah. And it basically said they're leaving the U.S.
right. They're leaving the
What does
country.
it mean? Probably leaving the Revs. At this time, we're not going to talk about this too much because we'll get into more Thomas Dunkley stuff later.
Yeah, and we'll circle back to this, but
Yeah, we'll circle back to
as of
this.
this
But
moment,
it looks like
we know he's leaving the team from that post, I guess,
from
and we
this
know that
from this post,
he's
it looks
supposedly
like
leaving the country.
he's leaving the country, he's leaving the team, and it's just it's kind of early off season. This is like I'm looking at the Blazing Muskets article, November 19th. Sam Lightoff, appreciate the article. It's amazing, as always. Um, yeah, it's fairly early into the off season, um, and it's just you know
Yeah,
so we're kind of just like we knew he wasn't doing great coming off the injury. He wasn't a great. He didn't do great for the Revs. And at this time, we're like, all right, he's out. Is it going to be a buyout? Is it going to be he's transferred to a team in South America? During the season, there was a rumor to Estudiantes. A little bit later, we'll talk about this more, but we heard rumors from River Plate and I want to say Velez in South
right.
America. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like,
Teams in Argentina, which we thought because he's Argentinian.
yeah. And so we're like, okay, he's probably on the way out of the U.S. What are we going to get for him? We're just kind of like, now this is on front of our head. Like, all right, where's he going to go?
Right.
This basically says, yeah, he's gone. Um, Moving on, we've got a report that the Revolution hold Matej Bogusz his discovery rights, the former LAFC attacking midfielder and current Cruz Azul player. He came from Leeds, Polish international. He's a very good player. And
Yeah.
there's not too much known about this. Discovery rights are a very weird thing. Go check out our episode with Sean Donahue. We talk about discovery rights a lot in that episode.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't even 100% really
I don't
understand.
really. How do you obtain them? I still have a post up on Twitter. Hey, how do you obtain discovery rights? I don't even think I have your discovery rights. So I don't even know
Yeah, I mean, maybe you do because I don't know how you obtained them. So,
because like there's no way FC Cincinnati discovered Thomas Muller.
right. Oh, wait, we found this German guy. His name's Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
We discovered
Um,
him right now.
and apparently the Revs somehow hold Matej Bogusz his discovery rights.
That's
Apparently
gonna be weird for his parents to find out that we discovered him.
we
The Revolution have discovered him. That's gonna be weird.
weird.
But okay,
What's even funnier is that FC Cincinnati is younger than Thomas Muller is.
that is funny.
So
That is funny.
kind of funny. Either way, moving on, we got our schedule. And actually everyone got their schedule for the 2026 season. Play some good teams. Go check out our social media. We posted some good away graphics there. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited about the Minnesota versus Revs match at Gillette. I went to go see Minnesota. Do I have my
Yeah.
hat?
Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Find the Minnesota hat.
Yeah,
Cecil went to a Minnesota game, I think.
I went to two
Tell me that.
Minnesota games.
There we go.
Hold on, we got more. Give me a second.
We got more.
We got.
But yeah, with the schedule, obviously we heard news. Oh, here's the other one. The other two. So I forgot you had two.
No, this is my brother's.
Oh, okay.
Robin Lod, who's departed them. And then my Minnesota goalkeeping kit. Um, yeah,
What is this?
although
Minnesota's Fortress? Come on. Come
yeah,
on.
I think it might be
Oh, okay.
put on top of the hat. Boom,
All right, there we go.
switching the hat. That was a good toss back. Um, Either way, yeah, I love Minnesota when I went over the summer. It was great, and I'm really excited to see them play again because that was incredible. Um, can't even sugarcoat it. It was an incredible experience. But yeah, I'm excited to see them play Gillette, um, in Foxboro. Should be really fun. Um, yeah, I don't take schedule releases too heavily.
Yeah, I mean,
Like the NF, this is my hot take. The NFL tries to hype up their schedule release every single year, and I'm like, who's actually tuning into that?
me.
Really, dude?
Yes. Even though you can kind of see the teams before, like you can look up who we're playing next year. Like we're playing the Chiefs, we're playing hopefully before Mahomes comes back from his injury. But we're winning the Super Bowl this year anyway. But that's not what we're. That's not the point. But the point is, I do tune in because I. Good. You say. Oh, yeah, there we go. The point is, I do
That's the hat I was wearing
tune in
before.
because apart from the division, it's like teams who you're playing. I just think it's cool. I like that.
I don't.
No one's tuning in for the who's watching the Premier League or even the leagues because you're playing every team twice.
Yeah.
It's just where.
Well, MLS is not the case because we have like too many teams.
Yeah, right.
Either
Too
way
many
though,
teams.
I really don't see the appeal. I just don't feel like they're. I don't really care about them. We're gonna
Okay.
whoever we play, we're gonna play them. Not
But
like anything's gonna change. Um,
but there was a big schedule release that we will talk about later
yes.
of the biggest tournament ever.
Keep going. Andrew Farrell. He re-signed. We thought he was retiring. We thought he was gonna sign as coach. No, he's coming back for 14th season. Player coach. Oh yeah, let's go. This dude is awesome.
What is there to say? Boom. Let's go.
Boom, let's go. It's Andrew Farrell.
Yep.
We keep going. Roster moves for the end of the season were announced. White Almsburg defender we signed. Believe he's a Maine native. He retired. Yeah,
Happy retirement.
thank you. You got your spot taken by Tanner Beeson like 3 matches in.
But he wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I feel like
No.
he was definitely like he's the definition of what you wanted for a fourth center back or like a fifth center back.
Yeah.
He's what you
Yeah.
wanted. A guy who can kick the ball.
I
Like
remember when he came in for I think we played it was our first win of the season. We played Red Bull. And he came in and he was great and then he got injured. And then Tanner Beason came in.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Either way, moving on though, Ignatius Ganigo will not return to the New England Revolution. Um, good.
Yep. Awesome. Frees up a
He wasn't good.
no, he wasn't.
Um,
We thought every single episode was like, oh, he showed flashes, but he wasn't there.
no, he
Yeah.
didn't.
He never showed
20,
flashes.
20 appearances, 7 GA, and he was just so injured all the time.
I know. Okay, like
Yeah.
shrug of the shoulder. Like,
Oh well.
all
Um,
right,
Keegan Hughes returns with his club option exercised. With his,
good.
uh, he's a good player. He's
Yep.
not like amazing, but he's a good depth center back. Good for him. Um, yeah. Brandon By did not get his contract renewed. We tried to, but no. Um,
I guess we don't like players coming back from the ACL injury.
he departs for Portland, so he quite literally went across the country. He wanted to get as far away from us as possible, I guess. Um,
And another player did not go across the country, but he also recovered from an ACL injury. That
both pretty decent. Oh yeah, we'll bring it back.
bring it back.
We'll talk about that in a second. Um, yeah, it's it's what it is. We had these. We didn't have a ton of moves to make this offseason. Just
I
because.
swear, we just do nothing. All like
Well, that's not
like
even that time's not even really our fault. Because well, it is our fault, but we didn't have a ton of stuff to do this offseason except for
I think it's craft because when we had like Tom Brady, and apart from Randy Moss, we had like the most cap space, and we just do nothing.
yeah,
And I mean, I don't like. I guess with the Revs we signed Tuchman, like that's great, but 5.5 million, right? Tuchman.
yeah,
I think we
around
offered
there.
7, or they wanted 7. We got 5.5, whatever. Good deal there. But so in terms of the team squads after that, nothing really. Imp-
Yeah, we didn't have a ton of moves to make this offseason though, because we did a squad overhaul
Right.
last offseason, and now we have guys on like 3 year contracts. Jackson Yule, ah,
Uh, how much money is he making right now?
a million
Just think
bucks a
about it.
year.
Think about it.
Like I keep seeing this stuff on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And it's like, um, you think this is bad? This dude just stole 10 million. Use the Earl Grant example. This Earl Grant just stole $10 million from a Massachusetts private school, as in Boston College, because BC basketball is not good right now, and hasn't been for a very long time. Um,
I think about my family bought tickets to a Boston College game for like $2.
yeah, it's
$1.
$2 Tuesday. They
Unless we play Duke, then it's $1,000 just to see us get whooped. But
yeah, didn't y'all go to like the Lemoyne game?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I saw. Um, I don't know.
$1.
We're not good. Um,
Okay.
either way, um, you think this has been bad? Well, Jackson Yule is stealing 3 million bucks from the New England Revolution.
Yeah. Let's move on to more positive things.
Uh, moving on though, it looked like the Revolution Everett Stadium deal was in jeopardy of falling apart again, um, as the mayor that was very on our side did not get reelected, to my knowledge,
Oh,
from what I
I'm
saw.
not following ever politics, but
So it
I'm
didn't.
sorry, man.
I don't believe he got reelected. So it looked like our deal was just in danger, and we're gonna have to like be sad again. Never is what they're calling it because it's never gonna happen.
Never. Oh, okay, I see.
Either way, Marco Mitrich finalized his staff on December 4th. Sam Latoff again, amazing article. Um, Sam has been on the podcast like twice,
Twice.
3 times now.
Yeah.
This dude's incredible. Go
And
check.
we will happily invite him again this next season.
He will be on this podcast again. You have my word. Um, yeah, we keep Kevin Hitchcock, longest tenured coach. He's the goalkeeper coach. Um, we also keep Blair Gavin as an assistant coach and Mark Orti Orti Esteban as our set piece specialist. He came from Brentford. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those guys stay, and then Marco Mitrovic brings in 2 guys. Um, Michael Morris joins, and then Sean Hughes also joins. They served under him, under Marco, with the US U20 squad. Um, yeah,
Time
Hughes
will tell with those as well.
Hughes arrives from Michigan as the associate head coach. Um, yeah, he was at Maryville. He set some D2 records. Good for him. And then the other guy, hold on, I gotta get his name. Uh, Michael Morris. He was an assistant at um, Tacoma Defiance, the B team of Seattle Sounders. Sorry, it took a second. I really do like when like they've got Crown Legacy, which is Charlotte's B team. I know you got the Town. That's San Jose's B team. Um, there's a ton more. Hold on. Chattanooga. Um, I believe is one. They might be Nashville's. Yeah, the Nationals. Um, but you've got like all these like different names for your B team, like Tacoma Defiance and like what's LA's? LA's has a good one. I can't remember though. But yeah, I wish the Revs didn't do like New England Revolution 2. I wish they do like Foxboro.
Fortress.
Yeah,
Boom.
boom.
Easy.
We'll just take the naming rights for the B team, and
That's fine. They can
I
we
can
can
coach.
operate, so they can
I
pay us.
can
It's fine.
coach.
Huh?
I can coach.
I'll coach.
I'll coach.
Two coach, yeah, or like however that
Cameron.
works. I think it's like partner coach,
Nah,
whatever.
Cam can coach.
I would gladly be the head coach or the
Either
assistant
way.
coach or the set piece coach.
He finalizes his staff. We'll see how that turns out. Who leaves? Who stays? That just gave me flashbacks. The Hamilton quote: "Who lives? Who dies? Who tells your story?" All right, yeah, that was a good reference.
That was not a good reference. Let's
That
move
was
on.
a that's what my head went to. All
See,
right,
that was cool, like last year, and
it's still cool. They like came to like Massachusetts for like Broadway something. I think
they did bring Broadway to Massachusetts. That's true.
they did.
They picked up Broadway and moved to
Yep,
Massachusetts. You
that's
are
what happened.
correct.
That is exactly what happened actually. Continuing on though, this is when Brandon Bye officially heads up to Portland.
Bye.
Yeah, gonna nice one.
Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunate. He's great for us. We'll see who.
Again, I don't know what the Revs are doing with the players. You get an ACL tear, you're done. All
Yeah,
right,
you're done. Get
you're
out.
done
You get
because
leave.
I think, yeah,
Yeah, keeping it going though. Um, MLS Super before the MLS Super Draft and before a few more things, the MLS announces that they're shifting to a divisional format. Probably, and they're gonna join. It's pretty interesting, I'll say. 16 division, 6 teams, 6 team divisions. Will be in like the Northeast. Um, with here we go. Ourselves, New England, Philadelphia, Toronto, Montreal, New York FC, NYCFC, and Red Bull.
Red Bull.
From that, it looks like our rival, if we have to like choose a rival, it'd be like Philly.
That's fine.
But
Red
like
Bull.
that's all right. Um, yeah,
I don't want MICFC. They play in the
no,
Yankee
because
Stadium.
Red Bull, and New York NYCFC already have the Hudson River Derby,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So
and
we
then
can't
they have like the Canadian stuff up there, with Montreal.
up there. Whatever.
Up
Who
there,
cares?
up there. It's just kind of
To be
happening.
fair, that's a pretty like simple, easy division.
That's
Apart aside from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's just kind of over there. And I guess
Yeah.
they'll somehow be our rival. Either way, you should just promote Portland Hearts Spine and make them our rival.
Yep.
Yep, that's what we should do. Either way, that's pretty cool. Should start in 2027, and I think I'm pretty excited about that. Because then we get to play every team in MLS once, and then those teams twice.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think that math works out.
It might not.
Yeah, I
But
really
it
hope it
could.
does. I really hope that
Too
math.
much math. Let's go. Next.
Either way, I'm pretty excited about that, in my opinion. That seems pretty cool, in my opinion. To go into divisions, it kind of makes MLS. We get to actually play every team every year, which
It's cool. I like that.
the only downside to that is that Messi did sign a contract extension, and that could we could have already seen the last Messi in Foxborough. Yes, he plays. They play the season, but it's like right after the World Cup stuff, and so that gets unfortunate.
World Cup stuff. Interesting. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will. Uh, Brooklyn Reigns. I bless the rain. I Brooklyn, the Reigns. Down, down in Africa.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's
That's
enough out of
enough.
me.
Enough of that section.
20-year-old midfielder from Houston Dynamo. He joins the New England Revolution for 1.3. Um,
Was it 1.3?
yeah, I think so. It's like our first. I believe it's our first um player for cash trade because like the big one was like Campana coming for like 2.5 million in GAM.
Damn. Huh.
But we also like sent like 9 international roster spots to Miami, and that like we're just like kind of fueling like their
Yeah.
national crisis, and everything
This
like
is
that.
why they win because we decided to do that.
We
Like,
decided to give him like
we could
two
just they can
interna
have anybody now.
we gave him two international spots, I think. Like that's just kind of unfortunate. But Brooklyn Reigns, back to him.
Yes,
He played under Marko Mitrovic at the guess what? The U20 World Cup. We brought his staff. We brought like he joins Peyton Miller. He was good.
seems
Yeah,
good. Seems like he's cooking. Let's just say
seems
that.
pretty good. My bet for Brooklyn Reigns is that he'll start over Polster, and we'll have a double pivot of at CDM again.
With Jackson, you
No,
okay?
of King Alhassan Yusuf.
Okay.
Behind him, I'd say Polster goes. But then you've also got Alan Oyerwath, you got Klein, and you got
um,
Jack Newell.
you got Jackson. As I said, who should start? Maybe he's such a great player.
Either way,
April Fools has come early.
we're a bit yeah,
All right,
four
let's move
months
on.
we're like 4 months early.
Yeah.
So
When's
I
April
just
Fool's
counted
Day?
that
The
out.
first.
April 1st, yeah.
So we're 3 months and 29 days early.
No, that's not right.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Continuing though, yeah, he seems like a good player. He didn't do great with Houston, which does concern me, but they also have a very good defensive midfield, in my opinion. So I think this can be good. We just dropped a bag on him, 1.3, which is pocket change for Craft. It's not pocket change for the Revs. It's two different things. Uh,
Yes.
if you dislike. Also, by the way, 1.3 million is not a little bit of money. It's a lot of money. All right, let me get that straight here. Um,
I would love 1.3 million.
I would love 1.3 million.
Jackson Eagle could give me a day of his pay, and I'd be fine.
It's like 20. I don't know. I don't know how much
You know,
that.
I have enough money to keep working every day of 2026.
What?
Yeah. No, because there was like jokes of like I have enough money to not work another day in 2025, and it was like the last day.
Nice.
Signaling that I would like Jackson Eagle's contract, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Well, who doesn't?
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I really hope he does well. If that doesn't start working out, then we might bring Polster back into the lineup, and then
Which I think he's an older, experienced player, so we can
he can like switch out with Yusuf and like
show the reins. He can teach him the reins.
ooh, show him. Is that what it's called? Show him the ropes. That's not
No, he's showing him the reins like Santa's sleigh, like the
like
reins of
this.
the
Like the same thing. Ropes, reins. It's like the same thing, but like
rumps.
ropes.
Oh,
Have you never heard that term before?
no.
Okay. Either way,
Let's
um,
move on.
continuing on though, it becomes the MLS Super Draft the next day, and the Revolution in Revolution fashion
We made a great decision.
traded our first round pick to DC United for 150K in GAM.
Yeah.
Great, great stuff, really great.
So let's explain that to someone trying to get into the trying to be a Revs fan, and you explain what we did with the first round pick. They're like, what the hell?
Uh, we gave it to DC United for Monopoly money, like a lot of Monopoly money that can only be used in certain situations for like players within the league sometimes.
Great decision, Revs.
Yeah. But we also picked up two guys, Schneider Mimi from UCLA. Prior to that, he was at Oral Roberts. This is straight off the top of the dome. This is good. I'm gonna roll. And then Kyle McGowan out of Denver. I personally think Kyle McGowan actually is the better player. I'm not too high on Mimi. So that's not great. I'm pulling up my article because, you know, I wrote an article on this. If you haven't already checked that out, check that out. Schneider Mimi. Um, 38th pick. He's got decent measurables, 5'10", fullback. Um, I have his floor set as USL League 2. I'm gonna kind of go through my article here. Because he played at the USL League 2 level, with, it was Flint City Bucks. Well, like the summer league type stuff, players do that. And I have his ceilings, the USL Championship. If he he's not like he doesn't just his passing stats aren't great from what I saw. And I feel like his like if he really puts in the work, I feel like the most he can do is USL Championship, in my opinion. It's he's just not gonna be a Revs player. I feel like he could be a good like longer player for Revs too, but I don't really think that he'll be a player for the Revs at all. Kyle McGowan, on the other hand, though, pretty high on him. 6'3" forward. He had a good season this season. He was in the Portland Timbers B team for a little while. He didn't appear from what I see, but it was just before he went to Denver. He was with their B team on like the bench a few times, which is good to see. Always, I have his floor being a bottom rostered USL Championship team or a USL League One player. Um, because he's played with the Portland B team. He did pretty decent. What's interesting about the scouting report I pulled from, um, I want to say, hold on, I want to get the name of it, shout them out. Analyst, Analytics Evolved, American Soccer Analyst, um, Analyst, um, Analysis, Analyst, I can speak. Sorry, it's late. It's like 8 p.m.
It's
And
so late. It's 8 p.m. It's like it's crazy. I can't
I
believe
shouldn't
it.
be recording this late. Either way, they're over
It's
on the
not even
East.
that late. We gotta look. We recorded like 1 a.m. basically one day. So
That's true. But yeah, they have like they give him like a score, and Kyle McGowan got a better score than Mimi. He has a his player comparison for like play style is a German Bundesliga 2 player. Mimi's is we'll get this real quick. Give me a second. A player in the Bundesliga, but it just means their play styles are similar, I think. That's my belief. But yeah, I think his floor bottom rostered USL Championship or League One player. He's played with the Portland B team. I feel like he has the chance to actually do pretty decent. And if he doesn't perform, he's probably League One or like Albania
or Estonia
or Estonia. I know. I was waiting for
or
that.
Estonia.
But I have a ceiling as hold on. I like my ceiling on this one. Tico Rivera, Damian Tico Rivera, or Justin Rennick's type game time. Um, and they're both in the USL Championship right now, and they're playing. Or Justin Rennick just came over from AC Olu. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm being optimistic here. I think he'd be a very good, like, third or fourth forward on the team, which out of a third round pick is phenomenal. Let's think about that for a second. Um, if we could get like Justin Rennick's Tico Rivera type performance out of them, out of Kyle McGowan, I'd be very happy. I feel like he could act. He's better than Mimi. I'm being very optimistic here. Like you gotta take me seriously here. Very optimistic. If he does everything right, that's what he can become. I think. But yeah, or he could be like Bobby Wood right now, and I have no idea where he is.
Bobby Wood.
Does Bobby Wood still exist?
Yeah, of
Have we
course he
like
does. He's Bobby Wood.
confirmed that yet?
No.
Okay. Either way, that's kind of what happened. In the super draft, we got some GAM for our first round pick. We got those two guys with the draft. Excuse me.
And that's a super draft.
That's the super draft for you.
Jeez,
Um,
it's 8 p.m. We can't be yawning.
it's
Come on.
not my fault. All right. Um, the Revolution announced their preseason schedule shortly after that, though. Um, once again, we'll play uh, our first taste of action as, hold on, I want to quote, as Josh Nye, another good
Preseason's a
actor.
scam, if I'm being honest. In any
They
sport.
put, a lot of this is at IMG Academy. They'll play USL League One side Saratosa Paradise.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
As
Uh,
I've said, preseason's a
then
scam in any sport.
then
And I
we'll
stand by that.
then we'll play on the 23rd. Revs play FC Cincinnati at noon, again at IMG Academy. Then we'll take a little bit up north, is what um, Josh and I writes. I'm not familiar with the Florida landscape, but to St. Petersburg apparently to play in the Al Lang Stadium uh, against Houston Dynamo at 1 p.m. And then back at IMG for our final game there. Um, CF Montreal, and then we'll return to Foxboro. We'll play at the uh, training center against Hartford
I
again.
remember we went.
This
I think we saw Hartford or something at a
as
preseason game last season, and it was
we
like
went,
freezing cold.
we did go to the Hartford game. That was nice. It was
It
cold,
was
and
very cold.
we
My
like
toes were
almost
freezing.
we like that was the Maxi free kick.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. Maxi. Either way,
Oh
um,
man.
yeah. As of now, what Josh Nye writes, all behind closed doors, and that might just be because we were just bad against Hartford last year, and we don't want to like
Yeah.
screw ourselves over again. So yeah, there's that. Um, yeah. More teams are eyeing Alan Orgeroth. Apparently, I am kind of surprised at that. He was decent for us. He wasn't amazing, but like he was decent.
What? I can't believe you're saying that. Alan was great.
Would he start at CDM for us right now?
No,
Exactly.
but he will.
But he's being eyed by Celtic, Leeds, Aston Villa. Um, there's just no way. Like, what?
It's not gonna happen. We're not
What I
letting him.
learned is that he had like a contract lined up with a team in Spain, but he wasn't going to be able to join for like 6 months. And then the Revs were like, "Hey, come over here," and then he said yes.
Oh, great decision.
We're yawning again. We're yawning again. Either way, yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I'm not missing anything in between. But then the big news: Thomas Chunkalai, we back. We're
And
not.
he left the country
We're-
to Minnesota.
We are leaving the country. Minnesota United.
We've made it. It's basically in Canada. I don't count it as a state.
All right, all right. Bring over the other jersey. I am going to be honest. Any player looks good in a Minnesota kit. Like, look at this.
That's very biased.
How's that biased?
Any player looks good in like an Argentina kit.
That's not true.
Who doesn't look in an Argentina kit?
Al Hassan Yusuf.
I can see that. What do you mean?
No,
Okay, agree to disagree.
he's my Nigerian king. All right.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way, he's headed to Minnesota United in a shocking turn of events. Not really. Out of the country to Minnesota.
Can't
Um,
believe it. It's not like we knew he was leaving.
we knew he was leaving
But
after
again, a torn
losing.
ACL player leaves the Revs. I'm telling you, if you tear your ACL, pack your bags. Get out.
Yeah, leave.
Get out.
Um, yeah, we'll try and wrap this up soon. It's been a long episode. It's been a long day in general.
It has been a long day.
Yeah. What if I just don't cut that part from earlier?
What?
Bob Burr.
You don't have to cut that. It's fine.
All right, we're leaving it
It
then.
was a mishap. It was a mishap.
It was a
I
mishap where
forgot the name of the manager I wanted. Took me a second.
I think I
It's okay.
started like laughing a ton. I might cut it.
I
I
did
don't know.
start laughing. But bigger news.
Decisions we're making live.
Yes, biggest news
Let's,
of the past couple years in terms of world sports.
we haven't
Um,
talked. We're not there yet.
we're
We're
not
still
there
talking
yet.
about Chunkalai. 100K to Minnesota
Oh, fine. Okay, you're right.
and a sell-on
Chocolate.
clause if he gets sold outside the U.S. I wrote an article on that, and I wrote what Minnesota should expect. Minnesota fans, you actually blew up that article. Thank you guys. I think I got like 80 something, 90 something reads. Really appreciate y'all. I didn't work with Loons Insider. No, sorry. Loons Insider. I saw the post first. Loons Legion made a phenomenal graphic. That's the graphic I used in the article. Um, yeah, go check him out. He does great graphic stuff, just in general. Um, I kind of ran through Chunklaw's entire career up to this point. Um, steady improvement. He had a great season with Al Wassel, as I mentioned earlier. Um, club spent 8+ million on Chunklai. Just a lot of money.
Yeah.
What Minnesota's getting, they already have Yaquin Pereira. That's kind of the interesting little storyline there. The Revolution were linked to Yaquin Pereira, and I believe we might have even sent an offer for him. But We didn't get him. Instead, we got Thomas Chunkalai. Like a few months later, Minnesota signed Joaquin Pereira. Now they're both Minnesota players.
When
Interesting to think about
yeah,
how they're gonna let. But now Joaquin Pereira is being linked to Racing Club, which is Thomas Chunkalai's
yeah,
former club. So if he goes there and Chunkalai takes his spot, and the Revs somehow still end up with nothing, I am.
yeah. It's just what happens with Revs fans, so we deal with it.
It's a Rev. It's just normal. All right. It's just normal. I go
Have you
back.
made it to the big news yet?
We will make it to you soon. We'll just kind of finish the Revs news. We'll go through Revs 2 news very fast, and then we'll talk about the biggest news in world history. Um,
Basically, ever,
yeah, biggest news
ever.
ever. The biggest news since Chunkalight, though, is that the Revolution signed on my birthday, by the way.
Happy, happy belated. Are we gonna release your birthday to the public? They know.
I
What am I
posted about
talking
it.
about? Never. I'm done. Okay. You know what? I'm done.
I posted about it.
I'm
Uh,
done.
I actually know I had Cameron post about it. Either way, they signed. I did this morning. That morning, I wrote an article on my birthday. I
You
know.
took off work. You're like it's a rest day, and then you wrote
Exactly.
an
I took
article.
off work so I could take a rest day, and then I woke up and I had to write an article because I was covering the New England Revolution. So go check out Footnotes, guys. Ethan Kohler, the center back, the U.S. Youth National Team center back, who played with Marco with the U.S. U20 squad, just like Brooklyn Reigns and half our staff and Peyton Miller.
He's getting the team he wants. Time will
He-
tell.
he-
As I've said, time
we're
will
getting
tell.
the U.S. Youth squad. Um,
And this is good. Maybe because the U.S. Youth Squad will turn into the U.S.
my
Squad.
thoughts on Kohler. I put in an article. Go check that article out. My thoughts on him. He didn't seem that good. Like he seemed okay passing. He seemed actually. I take that back. He sounded pretty good passing wise. But like defending, no. But I feel like this could be. He could end up playing. It says to play like CDM center back. He's a little undersized for center back. Um, but then if we move him to fullback, he backs up Peyton Miller or Eli Feingold.
Yeah, which I don't like. They're great. I don't see why we need,
No,
especially Peyton Miller, who played with him.
I
I
know.
mean, was
If
coached
he
under him.
if he backs up Peyton Miller, think about it. Peyton Miller's being linked and interested for 11 million to like Man City and places like that.
Yeah,
So Peyton's gonna be out the door soon, whether we like it or not.
right. Which we do not like.
We don't want that. So if we bring Kohler in, who was at Oakland roots before Werder Bremen, and then he was like on loan with the third division side, SC Verl. Um, yeah, he could back up Peyton for a year or a half a year, and then hopefully slot into that fullback spot and kind of just take over there, another young prospect there. So I think this is actually a signing not for center back, but for fullback because we know Peyton's gone soon. And this guy, who's good passing wise, I don't know how fast he is. That's what we kind of still need to figure out. Um, but kind of just get him and see how that goes. So I feel like this might be a fullback signing more than a center back signing. And we're fine on CDM depth. We're fine on center back depth, but fullback depth, no. So
Okay.
that's my thoughts on that. But the slightly larger news, we're interested apparently in Manchester United youth winger Sam Maher is how I've been saying it. It's math spelled Mather, but I'm saying Maher. So I'm gonna keep saying it that way until I get someone to correct me.
Till we figure it out.
Sam Maher, England youth international. He's been on loan at Tranmere and Rochdale on England. Um, it wasn't amazing at either of those places. Um, but he also is set to leave United. United.
Boo.
We don't like United.
Nope.
One, do I have? It's not readily accessible. I was trying to find my Liverpool jersey.
Mine is also not ready accessible.
Nice. We don't
I
like.
hang it not in my closet. It's too sacred. It's just somewhere else. Precious.
Precious. We don't like United. Either way, um, they
But
came
would
in.
be my I would like him at the club, I guess.
He'd be maybe decent. I don't know. Like he's playing with youth teams. I don't know
Again, we
what to
say
think.
interested, so we don't know anything. So it's just like a
A
rumor.
team
So
in Turkey already submitted a bid for how much? No idea. So
like where would he fit in? Like, I don't know.
I don't really know what to think about that.
Yeah, I agree.
The
Oh,
biggest news so far, though, is that the Revs are going to have ourselves a soccer specific stadium as it stands.
oh yes,
We
yeah.
finally got some sides to agree, and Reverett might actually finally be it. Um, they're going to open like a park. They're going to open a good stadium. We're going to invest a lot of money, and we're going to have a
Coming
soccer.
2050.
Hopefully, by the time like I graduate high school, maybe My guess is that by
2020, 2032.
I think that seems late though. If they want to break ground within a year, like within like a year. So by like give it a year, it's 2027, and they break ground. They start building the stadium. Account for weather and everything. It's probably like June of 2027 or like April of 2027. I think 2031 is a good bet for where the stadium could open. Yeah, it's
Well, you see what they've done. You saw the Logan Express, right? The new one that they updated when they renovated it.
yeah.
What the hell, bro?
I don't
It's
know.
ugly as hell.
Yeah, you had mentioned before we started recording parking, and I had mentioned like the T,
Yeah, I was talking about parking.
like
It's just
commuter
like
rail.
I don't know. I brought up that Logan Express thing for no reason. It's
Yeah,
just on my temper. But
my
what I
head,
meant was, it said coming 2025, and it still looks unfinished. So hopefully we just get done. That's all I mean.
my head when you said Logan Express went to Polar Express, the movie.
Okay, okay. I've never seen
Uh,
that,
I know.
but I see a lot of other movies. Like Home Alone's great. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Never say that.
Okay,
What we are off topic.
completely off top. We're like BC Jake Cantonese, and like Caleb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how off
All right,
topic.
let's get on to it. Let's get on to it. Come on.
Either way, it's a longer episode just because we're covering everything the Revs off season so far. And it's been November, December. It's been like 2.5 months of just content.
Yeah,
That's a lot of weeks, and that's just a lot of stuff we just haven't covered.
but
So
we're getting through it. So
keeping it pushing though. You had said parking, and I had said T. And I know my idea.
yeah, I was about the parking. Yeah,
I don't know how possible this is, but like in theory, I feel like fans could still park at Gillette. And then isn't there like the new train station right there? Like they take that to
I think that's
Reverend.
the commuter rail. So
Am I?
I
I
don't know.
don't know. I don't
They're
take.
doing that for the World Cup.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know like if any of that is connected. Um, but like it would be cool if you could still park at Gillette because it's
I just know
closer.
there's like a
At
casino
least
right
for
there.
me. For me, it's closer. Um, Gillette is closer than Everett. Um, but like if you could park at Gillette and then the train takes you to Everett, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if that's even like remotely close to what's possible. Or even like the same like I don't even know if like it's the same line or anything. But that would be
I
like
don't think. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
see.
think it's gonna happen, but like
We are
that'd
not
be
experts,
oh yeah, this also happened on my birthday, so
which was 4 days ago as we're recording this.
that's accurate. That was 4 days ago. Um, yeah. So
So Reverend, cool.
hopefully we can get this like we can maybe have a stadium by the time I'm 20. Um,
Before, yeah, we die, maybe we'll have a stadium. We'll see. But you know what? That's what I thought. But now we have the plans, so let's be more positive. 2032, I'm going.
yeah, we're not a Revs 2 podcast, but we kind of cover them from every little bit. They announced their end of year roster moves. Uh, they didn't pick up Hutchinson or Michael T. I don't know how to say his last name, so I'll abbreviate it Michael T. Um, yeah, not a the big news for them is that they're not retaining Richie Williams. They hired Pablo
Right.
Murra as their head coach, the Revs interim. It's good to see him sticking around the club. I feel like his tenure as Revs senior team manager wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad by any means. But
I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I wouldn't mind at the time. Obviously, I liked the manager that way, but I wouldn't mind if we still kept on to him
yeah,
as
so
manager
it's good to see him
because I
stick
didn't think it was
around.
bad.
Um, we found out today, and a little bit of a while ago. So Liam Butts, we did not retain him. He is headed to Atlanta United 2. Um,
Downgrade.
and so that's kind of unfortunate. He's very good. And then we're also losing Marcos Diaz, as was reported like just before we started recording this, like an hour before, or not even like 30 before. Um, learned that he was not staying with the club after
Yep.
4 years. Those were our two biggest contributors on that team. So that's not good. But in slightly better news, we did sign Michael Morgan. Michael Morgan. That's his Miles.
Interesting.
Miles Morgan. Um, he's the FC Valor striker. He was their leading goal scorer with, I want to say, 11 goals for the Canadian Premier League side. He'll join, and hopefully he can, be good and take over some of the production from the guys we just
Most of the
lost.
production because we've lost all of it.
Yeah, we lost it all. More guys in the attack are like set to leave, like Deribian and like a bunch of those guys. They aren't like that. We might still be talking with them to re-sign them, but I have no idea. Um, And then we also signed Javon Musenden, Revs Academy Player of the Year. He's pretty good. He's committed to Indiana, but I don't know how that'll work
Why
with
not?
him now having a professional contract with Revolution 2. Yeah, that's really it for the Revs 2 news. We've re-signed a few guys. We exercised a few guys' options. Um, yeah, that's really it. But you want to get to the big news?
The big news, which everybody knows, but
Everyone
wildly
already
interesting.
knows. We'll just kind of cover it. It's really not Revs related, but it's
Gillette
Foxborough. It's
related.
Foxborough related.
Yeah.
And we
The
are
Fortress. It's Foxboro's Fortress related.
it's Fortress related. The World Cup draw was announced, and we found out who's playing where, and it's pretty good.
I think we got the match of the group stage.
My Scotland gets to play at Gillette. They play Haiti, and I want to say Morocco, both at Gillette.
Yep.
Um, I know
There's an
Brazil does
England Ghana.
Brazil does not play at Gillette. Brazil Ghana. England Ghana they play at Gillette, so that's a pretty good match. Um,
Norway versus I think either
Norway
Suriname, Iraq, or some other team.
It was yeah, Norway versus a group of three teams in a
Yeah.
playoff. And then also Norway versus the biggest game
Of the group stage, in my opinion.
of the group stage of in a very long time. You would get to see Holland versus Mbappe in Gillette.
In like
Let that sink in.
on the same pitch that the great Jackson Eagle plays on.
He played on that pitch?
Oh, you know what? The same bench that he sat on.
Who gets to sit on that bench? They're both gonna be starting.
Also, I'm still confused if we're bringing in grass or are we
I
keeping the
think we
turf.
are bringing in grass, which is just a big punch in the face of the Revs. And
That's
just
what I think we're bringing in grass, and I heard we might be keeping it, but then I heard we're not, so it's all confusing.
all they care about is Patriots. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to see that Kraft knows that the Revs do exist and like that he's getting us a stadium.
yeah, that would be. I
It's
mean,
good to,
yeah,
it's good to see that he actually like realizes, hey, this team that I apparently own exists. So it's good to see that. But yeah, to my knowledge, that is it for
so far.
up to this point the Revs off season. It's been a long episode. My back is killing.
My power saver's on, my battery, my computer's about to die, so.
I have my iPad that I'm reading all this off of. Thank you to the Blazing Musket for reporting on literally everything while I haven't. I've reported on a bunch of things. We just haven't doing episodes. I've like done like my fair share of 4 articles covering most things. I just haven't covered Revs 2, and I haven't covered um, the World Cup at all. But the Blazing Musket,
But everyone's coming to the World Cup.
yeah, Blazing Musket, great stuff. I will promote them. They're amazing. We've had a bunch of their guys on the podcast. Um, let's go check them out always. They're incredible. Everyone they
Yep.
got over there. But yeah, that should conclude this. My iPad, who I'm charging, my everything is at like 60% battery. For some reason, like all my devices in tandem. There's cords here, here, here. Either way, It's been a long day. It's been a long episode. We're really glad to be back. Cameron
100%.
will
And
Cameron will be with us at some point very soon. Um, we'll have some episodes released up until the season. If something big happens, we'll make an episode about like the player and do all that stuff. I'm going to continue to be writing footnotes articles myself. You can see if I wrote an article or the group wrote an article. If it has the Cecil Kenney Foxboro's Fortis tag or the Raphael Babchuck Foxboro's Fortis tag, or the Cameron Benefit Foxboro's Fortis tab. If it has like that at the top, that's who wrote it. If it doesn't have that, we all wrote it. But yeah, basically from this point forward, all the roster moves and like that type of stuff will be done through Foxboro's Footnotes over on Medium. That'll be linked. That's linked in our bio. Go check that out.
make sure you
Uh,
check that out for sure.
Go follow that and turn on email notifications. We don't post there too much. Bunch of our stuff is obviously podcast. We also have started doing design work. Um, yeah, so go check all that stuff out. But we're treating this as a what's happened so far in the Revs off season and what will what's
What's going on? Basically,
yeah, how you doing, guys?
what's up? Off season's almost
Season
over, and
season will be back before you know it. Um, we're always still here. Um, and so yeah,
we're happy to be back at Foxboro's Fortress. I know Cameron's happy to join us, and we're gonna have a great season.
yeah, it's gonna be a good season. Yeah, we'll
Yeah, thank you
continue.
for watching, and
We'll, we'll keep reporting on everything. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. You make sure you're following on Instagram and on Twitter. Make sure you're following on uh, Spotify.
yep,
Um, Make sure you're following and like having email notifications on for Fox's Footnotes over on Medium. Um, Make sure you're following soaring.shots on Instagram. That's our photography account. We also do athlete graphics. So if you know an athlete that needs graphics done, DM that account. If you, yeah, we take photos. A bunch of the stuff's the Revs games. Um, yeah, really happy to be back. We're excited for the season. Marko Mitrovic at the helm. Getting together the U20 squad in Foxboro. And that should do it. So this was
Foxboro's Fortress.